Hey Capricorn, and welcome to your tarot love reading. And from here on out, I'll be featuring Sasha's Mystic Heart Oracle cards, where we'll get additional messages what energy lies within your particular connection when I do your tarot love readings here. And right off the bat, Capricorn, I'm just going to start drawing cards for you. If you're really interested in Sasha's Mystic Heart Oracle cards, I have a link in my description box for those. You can definitely check them out for yourself. This being my first time using them, so I'm kind of excited to premiere them with you. Hopefully you get some great additional messages for your personal reading here. Well, it's not a personal reading, but you get it. You can resonate with it, right? If you don't, maybe the next reading will resonate with you. You know, the really interesting thing about the word resonant, I know we hear it a lot when we watch tarot. It's all about energy. Energy is a frequency, and frequencies resonate because what resonation is how it feels, and how we feel something is by how we connect to it. And connection starts on a frequency to begin with, because we are all energetic beings, and we're gonna resonate because energy resonates to a particular energy because it has a frequency to it. So when I do these tarot love readings, there's an energy that is attached to these readings that you're going to resonate with, regardless if you do or not, because we're all energetic beings. What I mean by resonate with these, because I always tap into the Twin Flame collective when I do readings, and if you're part of that collective, there's going to be parts of these readings that you resonate with. And regardless if you don't resonate with all of it, these all have messages that either you have experienced in the past or are currently experiencing, or you may experience in the future. But all that said is that everything happens in the present moment anyways. So even if we're reflecting on the past or the future, we're doing it in the present moment now. So with that being said, Capricorn, what I'm really seeing here, in the middle of this, is you and your person. Most people that watch tarot mostly resonate in that frequency of being the High Priestess. And then your counterpart, most likely, is the Magician. Now, in this deck, the Magician and the High Priestess, in my highest opinion, are the pair for Twin Flames. Because, for one thing, the person that carries more of the feminine energy tends to be more intuitive. They do it more of the inner work. Right now, she's actually looking outside herself for answers. But when she does that, things are not so clear. Like you see the clouds are kind of partly cloudy. What she really needs to do is just feel the connection. Mind you, both those flames represent you and your person. And in this deck, the yin and yang are the blue and red. And in the middle of this is your connection to yourself. Because internally, we feel this connection. And it's all about how we intuitively connect to things. And the High Priestess is the one that represents that intuition. And mind you, the Magician is more external. Even in his 3D self, he still feels the connection. Mind you, the candle burns from both ends, representing the Twin Flames, right? And he has all the tools on the table, meaning that you two, not only does he have you on his mind all the time, but you are star beings, as above, so below, right? What I see in the background now is also Orion. I don't know if you are familiar with Orion as, a formation of stars. A lot of you actually resonate in that Orion frequency. You might be an Orion. It's really kind of showing up in this reading right here. I'm not saying that astrologically that, anyways, like, if you're looking at this depiction of Orion here, it's not going to be, what I'm saying is not going to be picturesque exactly the same as Orion, but that's what I'm seeing when I look at this particular card. You all, if you are Orions, you can leave a comment down below if you are one of those that resonates in a particular frequency of being a star being. I'm always interested in connecting to people and how they resonate in their galactic self. But above and beyond that, this is the masculine energy. And what is I'm really seeing here is that if you are resonating with this Capricorn, you and your person are actually on the same frequency. You're actually tapping more into your magical being. And you're actually probably learning more about as above, so below. Meaning that you have this flow of the masculine and feminine energy, where the masculine tends to be more 3D, more grounding, and the feminine energy tends to be more above and intuition-wise. And it's the flow energy between the two energies. And what's really actually stabilizing this connection is the grounding aspect of this. You know, this is the Queen of Pentacles, where it's the feminine energy, but she's sitting on that earthly stone throne, and she's quite abundant. And what I'm really seeing here is that it's being paired off with the inner work that the masculine energy is doing right now. And what I mean by inner work with the masculine energy, yes, they're focused on manifesting pentacles. You can see they're kind of illusionary, but what he's actually doing is that he's trying to distract himself from his own inner work by being focused on his 3D work, whether it be a job or whatnot. I think there might be kids influencing his own connection right now too. Most likely, the person has a family, which is pretty common when it comes to our connection. We have family that is quite involved with our lives. And really that masculine energy is really kind of focusing on that. That's where he draws most of his strength from, because this is the Emperor. But even when he focuses on the family, he still feels the connection, because he's feeling that the Ankh that the High Priestess carries. And the High Priestess is right below the Magician, and he knows that without her, he wouldn't feel this way. And this is what makes him so passionate. He wants to come in and offer his cup to you. Now, this is night energy, but he's in his truth, but he's guarding the connection. That's why he's in his armor, because most likely he has some third-party family. I don't like using the word interference, but you're going to feel like it's interfering, because anything that takes away your person's attention from you will always feel like there's some type of interference, because our ego is going to perceive it that way. Especially when we're feeling him coming in with a passionate offer to us. And then you have this balance of you two connecting energetic-wise. Why did I say energetic-wise here? Because the masculine is really working hard on his inner work with his inner child. He's going to mostly do it from a work perspective, like in a 3D way. But he's actually trying to really learn how to do inner child work. Most likely because his person has influenced him to do this work on himself. Because he's seen the results for that type of work on her. That's how she became a High Priestess. And then she created space for him to step into his role of being the Magician. But notice that if it wasn't for all the work that the feminine energy did, the Magician wouldn't have all the tools that he would need to manifest things in a 3D aspect. Because what's on his mind? The connection. He realizes that if it wasn't for everything that his person has done, he won't be able to step into his power. Well, I really encourage you, Capricorn, if you're actually in the stage of connection with your person, to really work together. You're going to have friction. Why did I say that? Because the friction is going to come from the feminine's perspective, saying that she's done all this internal work to have this balance. She basically laid a foundation for the balance between you two. That's her perspective though, but it's more or less spiritual ego. And then she's trying to balance out spiritual ego by being more grounded, because she doesn't want to go too much into her interstellar being, because she's trying to go more inwards, but her inner world reflects the outer world, and the masculine's mirroring that back to her, saying like, don't be too galactic. I know I feel you. I think about the same things. I know that we are strong star beings, but we're here for the human experience. And what I really recommend for you, Capricorn, if you really want to establish that connection you have with your person here in a 3D sense, really keep your focus on yourself. Continue to add value to yourself, but don't get too much into your spiritual ego. But right now, I'm seeing that you're trying to balance out your spiritual aspect with your human experience here. That's what's kind of making your person come towards you more, is by you balancing out your spiritual energy with your earthbound energy to have that balance. In this connection, it's all about balance. Balance out the masculine and feminine energy, not only within the connection, but within you, because everything outside of you is going to mirror your inner connection to yourself. So if you really want to be the person, you have to learn how to balance out every aspect of yourself. Your masculine and feminine energy, your galactic self, and your earthly human experience here, everything. There's so much duality in this connection. It's all about the inner work. And the High Priestess understands the inner work. She knows about esoteric knowledge. And you both work together to establish this connection here on Earth. We're here for the human experience, so we gotta learn how to balance out every aspect of this. If you're wanting to learn how to balance out your more galactic self with your human experience here, I do have that galactic meditation on my Etsy shop too that can help you balance out those aspects of yourself. Now, with that being said, I want to draw a few, actually 3 cards from Sasha's. She does have blank ones in here. I'm trying to not. I know. Okay. Anyways, for some reason, I saw that there were the 2 blank ones. But what I'm really seeing here is that both you and the person actually are coming into this connection with clean slates. You're wanting to leave behind what happened in the past in order to establish a new connection that's going to actually manifest the connection that you both are desiring. So both of you starting with a clean slate. And that's what I'm seeing here, is that you both are coming here without any expectations. Mind you, expectations always come from ego. And I already warned you about not getting too much in your spiritual ego here, because with being these 2 energies of being a magician and high priestess, the feminine energy is trying to balance it out, her spiritual ego, by grounding more, which is a great technique to be more grounded, to help you keep from getting too much into your spiritual ego. And that ground is what's making the masculine more balanced too, because masculine energy could be too physical, meaning that he's too focused on his work, but he's also feeling his emotions too, because the High Priestess herself is balanced. She's balancing all 4 alchemical elements. And she's heavily in her earth element right now, but she's still balanced out because the masculine is mirroring back the water. And earth and water are kind of like the 2 elements that balance each other out with the masculine and feminine energy. And the feminine's doing the masculine energy, and then the masculine's doing it with the feminine energy. So they learn how to balance out their masculine and feminine energy. That's what's making them to be a great match when it comes to coming together right now. That's why I'm seeing this clean slate that they're working with. They're coming in this with no expectations. So if this reading for you, Capricorn, is really resonating for you, this is great energy for union itself. I'm seeing if this is resonating for you, you're laying down a strong foundation for you to create union, if you're not already in union. Well, Capricorn, I love you a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.